Hello folks, I've had some questions about the larch trees across the province and why they're dying. My questions started when the larch trees, pretty much everywhere I traveled on the island this spring, had brown tips to them. It's sort of the foliage came out and then they kind of bronzed off. And I attributed that to a late frost. We did have a couple and I attributed it to that. It could have been something else, but I didn't look at it because I just assumed that's what it was. But as the season progressed, we found or started to see that whole trees were dying off rapidly. I chose this site. So this is a site of larch, or some people call them tamarack, hackmatack, juniper. If you're a forester for lumber, you call them junipers because that's the what they call the wood. So the interesting part of this stand is that this part here is full foliage. And we'll just see if there's any obvious holes in here that the damage has started at. There are holes here, so there's probably borers present, and it's pretty obvious there would be, like they're on every other tree coming this way. So it's not something that typically skips a tree. It's something that will kill an entire forest, an entire grove. Even the healthy ones don't seem to have any chance. So as we go along, you see these are pretty green, and then it just gets to weaker ones until you get all the way down to the dead ones. There's nothing that can be done about this, unfortunately. It just attacks and until something comes along to control it. Something natural, either a natural predator or a disease or something like that. But again, this is a situation where the insect has taken advantage of our weak trees in the forest from Fiona, and then moved on to our ones that are a little healthier in the urban setting, but not quite fully healthy, I guess. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here's a perfect hole right here, and you will sometimes see some dripping of sap like the spruce bark beetle, but a lot of times it's just a hole like that, and they're in there and they'll kill it. I've seen them kill off an entire wood stand before. This tree here, which is not a healthy tree at all, seems to, for some reason, be less affected. I'm sure it won't survive, but it's alive for now. Anyways, there's your question. It's Larch Beetle is the insect, and there's no control.